Boom.
There it is.
We're in the room. Oh, sorry, we're on the island.
Actually, we're not in the room.
We on the beach.
On Gilligan's Island. I just can't see the boat. The boat is over on the side. We're on Gilligan's Island. Just lost in the storm. Just out here.
My fishing rods is right over there too.
Yeah. We see we kind of got to send the piranhas back though. Can't do that. Yeah. No piranhas. Can't really eat them. So you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So welcome. Heyward CPA Live Podcast. I just call it Heyward CPA Podcast, man. Might as well. It's all good.
It's all good.
Official podcast sponsored by, brought to you by Heyward CPA PLLC. A forward thinking. I'm gonna do a commercial. You know what I'm saying? A forward looking advisory firm in accounting, tax, and business consulting. If you need any of those services, please visit us at www.heywardcpa.com. So now,
back to our regular schedule.
Yeah, back to the regular schedule programming. We're here. It's tax season.
Oh, we can't forget the other partners though. Can't forget the other partners.
Oh no, later in the show we're gonna break in.
All right, bet. Yeah.
It's all the break in 20 minutes after the hour. I'm a radio guy, so 20 minutes after the hour we come in.
The sun is bright out here, man.
I know. Might be a little delirious, but what we still have on the island is the red cups. The red cups travel everywhere.
I'm still going with the ceramic.
Yeah, but the red cup is the official vessel. They doing something online everything with these Stanley Cup things. This is this is such a symbol of a lot of things. The red cup. So you know what's up with the red cup.
You know what's crazy? I saw a report, real short report. I didn't go too deep into it, but it says the red cup and the blue cup and the white and the clear cup, because of the color distinctions, does something to the liquid inside of the cup.
Oh boy, here you go. Here goes the guy by. Yo, I'm going to say this though. I believe the clear cup. I honestly believe that the clear cup. It's probably psychological. I know the clear cup. When I have the clear cup with ice and something, it's just a whole nother experience. It's totally different. The red cup is for consumption. It goes down. I'm taking it back. The blue cup for me is more like, that's almost like a regular cup. It's a little more subtle. It's subdued. Red cup, I'm on fire. But clear,
you hyped up.
It's good. Yeah. And but the other cups, if you buy those recycled aluminum cups, them things are the best, man. They legit keep everything cold. I mean, they really designed for, they really good with beer, but even like your water, the aluminum, the people that make mason jars, Ball. Yeah. So it's like the cups are like $10 for like 10 of them, but I keep washing mine. I still got delicious. So we just, I know in a lot of places it's almost April, but you still have winter situations going on. So we're just trying to liven you up, and the spring, summer is plastic cup season. I just made that up, but it's a plastic cup. That's when gatherings and stuff. You get a plastic cup, you do it. So we just give you
time to bust out the grill.
Yeah, we do. See, that's what you have to understand here. We do lots of different types of advisory here. It's not just it's business.
It's not just tax, right?
Yeah, we're not just tax. That's what I said. Tax, accounting, tax, and business consulting. And part of business is having fun, right?
Big time. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. There. So we somebody that comes and watches our live. That's our live studio audience. Because this is a recorded situation. Many people see the recordings, but But I got to shout out everybody, all our subscribers and stuff too. I mean, let's be real. We're here for you and the subscribers. And you know, if you hit the subscribe button down, I'm doing all the cliches today. I did a commercial already. Just hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for notification when we put something else out there. You know, because you help grow this channel. That's right. That's what you hear.
Shout out to the clients. Shout out to the potential clients. We're looking for you, just like you looking for us. We're looking for you.
Yeah. That's a good segue, though. I mean, I don't know what you had on your production sheet, which I know.
Well,
Actually,
I
I know what you got on there. Nothing, but
no, actually, I have something now.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
It's real light. It's more. I mean, it's a statement.
Well, we in the tropics. Let's do it. Let's do something like, yeah, like you know, before we go light the grill, put some snap on there or something. So just go ahead, you know.
We're in the age of technology, and we're in the age of AI, artificial intelligence.
Yep.
And we talk a lot about tax stuff, business stuff, ownership, leadership, entrepreneurship, small business, getting this, doing this. How do you operate? How do you stay focused? How do you transition? How do you remove your hats? All of it. So I could benchmark that over to the left. There's a lot of communication and information about AI out. And one of the things that seems to be consistently being spoken about is the fact of AI taking over and leaving people out.
Yeah.
So what I like to say to that is that life is about moving things forward. Nothing stays the same. You have to grow. You have to grow where it goes. But most importantly, for our small business owners, the community of people we serve, willing to serve, looking to serve, no more of the days where you can look past technology, software, applications, right? Now, there's kind of a coupling to that. There's software and applications, there's systems. Now, systems, we do manual systems. So finding automation or softwares that complement those manual systems to reduce manual, to take back time, or not even to take back time per se, but to allow yourself to put time where it needs to actually go, right? So that's kind of the message that I'm communicating out. Definitely, we talked about systems and processes. You can't get around that. It's irrefutable. It's a must. Using automation software to help push the business forward can actually be in place of a person, technically.
100%.
Or you could put someone in place to provide oversight, minimal amount of time to provide oversight to make sure that that software is functioning correctly as you have multiple pieces of software automation in place. Because the more you tie things together through automation, you're going to find other things that need to be adjusted, improved on. Oh, we didn't connect this. We didn't think about this. So you're spending most of your time managing and understanding the insights that the data is giving you so you can improve the efficacy of the organization. It's a slow walk. It's a very slow walk, especially for those of us that are not comfortable with technology or don't understand really how technology works from the deeper levels, not just surface level, but from the deeper levels. But in that slow walk, you could set a goal or an objective so you can get there. And then being able to invest in yourself and the organization for any type of business development, business coaching, consulting that allow you and train you and support you and walk you down how to implement. First of all, identify and then structure and then implement these applications into your business, which you'll find you may have some costs, but you'll find that those costs are cheaper than the lost opportunity cost, or the cost of being stressed out, or the cost of doing too much and missing a whole lot. I yield back from there.
Yield back. I'll say, well, yeah, this has been the Heyward CPA podcast brought to you by Consulting. Consulting is a multifaceted consulting firm that hey, show's over. We out. I ain't got nothing to say to that. Of course, I got something to say to that. But I'm gonna do to you like you do to me. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So taking all that in mind, how would you? There's a big divide for a lot of people that are actually afraid of technology, and I'll say productive technology. They're not afraid of the entertainment, social media, streaming, but the productivity seems to be like people will say they don't. It's just not there. So I mean, I was asking how can someone start taking the leap to understand the technology that provides the efficacy. Oh, I love that word that you mentioned. Like where I'm going from. I'm afraid to open up Google Docs. Like I'll just and more precisely, someone who says, "Oh, I don't know nothing about none of that. I don't, I just do hair or something like that." Like like they minimize themselves to what they do as a trade. So, what are some tips or some ways to start? I guess joining, taking the red pill and joining the game. What's your opinion on that?
So first of all, it's the intangible aspect of software that people have a problem with.
Okay.
We like to hold stuff. We like to feel things. We like to make sure, even if it's pain, we still want to feel the pain. There's just certain amounts of pain that you shouldn't even want to feel. But we get so used to the pain that we go, okay, you know what? I'm gonna tough this out. My frustration, my stress, my anxiety. I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah. Okay.
They normalize.
Right. So I go, okay, let's go with a simple thing. And you have a business, you're selling a product and a service, right? And I ask a lot of people this question: how do you manage your customer base? Crickets. You familiar with CRM? No, what is that? Explain it to them. Oh no, I just use a spreadsheet. Wow. So, do we not know what a CRM provides? It is a base that provides you to have data on the client. You can connect it to the client, connect it to the inventory, your product, your services, connect it to your marketing. You can tag it. There's so much that the CRM brings you back to. When you go in there and you say, who is my client? What are they doing? What did they purchase? When was the last time they purchased? What do they like? Psychographics. I won't go into that yet. Yes. What do they like, right? Where they hang out with? Who, when is it time for them to buy? Because everyone has a season and a reason for when they purchase. They may not purchase right then, but if you stay top of mind and you have something to fulfill their needs, they'll purchase at the right time. But you have to be able to automate outreach. Some of us are on the phone all day, every day. Some of us are just talking to people all day, every day. You're going to remember to follow up, right? So I'm going to call it recipe building. Going in the kitchen, you want to cook something. A lot of people have the Pyrex with your measurements. So you get so the idea is to say, okay, here's my business. This is the industry I'm in. These are the clients that I would like to serve, even if you're not really sure to the exact pinpoint. That's still something that you can figure out in progression, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say, this is what I'm trying to achieve. And you find someone, an organization, a company, right? Or you do your due diligence and you build your recipe. What is my recipe? So I can cook. So I could cook my revenue, grow some revenue, sell some products and services, gain a consistent client base that's going to lead down to my net free cash flow. And then I could keep churning it. Now,
right.
How do I become scalable? Right? So
man,
that's the next phase of this conversation.
Yeah, that's the next phase. So I got to unpack. So I got to interpret this for some certain people. So that's you double down on it. All right. So so I guess there's a two-pronged thing here. So you have a case where somebody is they're a doer. You know, like the technicians who use E-Myth stuff. They're technicians. They know how to do stuff. I guess part of it is deciding that I want to be more than a technician. I need this. I want this to reach my goal. I have to be more than a technician. So I have to, and you have two options there. You either can add someone in or hire an outsourced person, third party to provide you with that non-technician vision, or you can start doing it yourself, move away from the technician role. And getting from, it's a decision. It's an active decision. It's an active decision. It's saying, hey, I have to learn more about we use the term work on your business, not in your business. A technician works in the business. So a owner / manager / executive CEO. I ain't gonna go there today. Yes, I am, but we give it a minute. Overseas does a lot more, sets a vision, sets a path, and do it. Now, even if it's just you, I think this is what gets missed. How do you bifurcate your mind to say, I'm the employee? Yeah, I said it. That's right. I said it. From your Saturday morning's class. You gotta wake up.
You just messed them up.
Yeah. Well, man, just say that's what I'm saying. Just what I'm gonna break it down. So how do you exist and say I'm the CEO and I'm the janitor. I'm the CEO and I'm the customer support person. I'm the CEO. I'm the marketing person. I'm all these things, and know how to look at those roles differently until you can bring people in. So to get to even, and you start application by application. Software in business, software offers solutions. That's what software is. It's there to make everything easier. It's not necessarily to replace the underlying function. It's there to make the function better. This is what you explained in the beginning. So it takes that bifurcation, whatever. I said it good the first
bifurcation.
Time. Yeah, it takes that to say, okay, and I hate doing this because I guess because I live it. I kind of hate keep giving my own this is what I do, but I guess heck, that's what you want to hear from me anyway. So every piece of software that we have in the firm, I always attribute it to a functional area. So I look and see what functional area it serves. And that's how I make the determination whether or not the software is working, worth the cost, so on and so forth. So, you mentioned CRM in our case, and there are multiple CRMs in a way. I mean, in the, it's most marketed as a sales piece. You may, and people have heard Salesforce is a big one. Like that's like one of the
Yeah.
big ones that other people, that regular people might know.
Yeah.
And so that's in the sales medium, but we have other CRMs um popping. We got people are loving the weather background here. Dr. Price on here. How you doing? How you doing? You
Morning,
know.
Dr. Price.
Yeah, so we on here. So we got high level people watching us. But so that's how I can say bifurcate. So you see what I'm saying? Like, but check it out. So CRM is typically in sales environment, but there are different CRMs. There's marketing CRMs, customer service or customer support. So like every for us, every piece of software fits in a functional area. You know, our email marketing deal is marketing and communications. Our social media management is marketing communications. You know, we have a workflow that's in the client service department. You know, I
Proposal.
said, yeah, I was going to get to that. We got proposal software, it was like business development, along with the CRM. So,
Right.
but what did it take to get there? I guess what I'll do is I'll give my story for getting where you're talking about is that about 2015, probably or so, I was able when I moved the organization to S Corp, I actively said that there's the company and it's me. So before I was a sole proprietorship, it was like, yeah, it's me. You know, I do all that. And I remember sitting and thinking, like, okay, this is different than me. There's the company and then there's me. So now I have a two-level consideration. I have to consider the company first. The company is designed to generate revenue, make money to pay me. That's the relationship there. So I have to do things with the company to make it be successful, what I deem success. You know, it's separate. So that's the step that I took to start saying. So then everything wasn't personal. So even now, you know, with the clients and stuff, there's a separation. It's always from that point. There's always been a separation for me. It took the personal stuff out, but what it also did was make me explore. Like, okay, there has to be a better way for the company to do this to make it easier for the company to pay me. So software comes, and we're in an industry where adopting software is very slow. The accounting industry is very slow with software, with technology, like very slow. Our firm is, and part of it is from who I am and where I come from, but we are like, you know, because as everybody knows that I'm not afraid to sign up for a free trial and see what happens. I ain't got no problem with that.
Because that's the purpose of a free trial, though. Right?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, let's do it. Let's see what because in my mind, there's always a better way to do something. And it's interesting in this industry because accounting and tech, it's accounting. There's an end result. Like there's actually a check. Like, yeah, that's what the answer is this, you know, give or take. Some people, for the most part, we're all getting to the same answer. So so my thing was always that, okay, what can make us different is the way we get to the answer. Not necessarily that the answer is going to be different. So I'm always looking to say, how can we do this better? From the time I worked in corporate accounting or whatever, I said there's got to be better ways to get this stuff done. Because even there's some big companies or fairly big companies right now that still have manual processes in their accounting. I guarantee that, without a doubt. And so when I started going on my own, I said, hey, I could do whatever. So, and then I've always been a tech geek. I mean, I was supposed to be a computer science major in college, but yeah, the intro course didn't interest me enough. So, you know, I ended up a sociology major. Long story, different show. But the point is, I'm not afraid of technology. And I look at it as it can make it easier. And to your point, yes, in some cases it replaces headcount. But the way that we use technology is the head count that we have to make us faster, to make us smoother, to not be overburdened. It's just about how do we do this stuff? You know, it's about saying that if you have a standard office and people working, no, most people, I'm going to stick with accounting. You know, it's understood that you work 50, 60 hours a week, especially this time of year. Like it's kind of expected. And I've seen models where people don't do that. And I don't know how many hours we work because we have so much fun. We don't call it work. I don't know how many hours it is, but it's not. Even if we had a standard office with people in, I'm promising you, as I sit here, we wouldn't be working no more than 40 hours a week. Because the whole point is to use the technology to offset that. That has to be a culture thing that you go in and say, no, we're not going to do that. We're not working weekends. And no, we're not going to be here. And more so, we're not presenting to the outside that we're working weekends. That's why I love, because everybody comes in and I just don't say anything. They say, oh, it's your busy season. And I'm like, it's no busier than it is in July around here. I mean,
Sure.
you know, because we always have something going on. But I'm like, yeah, it's busy. So don't call me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, yeah. So, I mean, but the software, the tech, what you hit on is a very important thing, because now it touches every business. It touches every job. And so the fear is that, oh, AI is going to replace jobs. Well, first of all, they've already created a new industry with AI, prompt engineering. And what it's going to do is it's going to eliminate jobs that don't plug in.
But you can cross over into the new jobs that they. So is one door closed, another door open, but you got to be able. That's the E-Myth. Technician, manager, entrepreneur stages of growth, being able to see opportunity, right?
Yeah, and even if you want, because now we have this stuff. I mean, we just take us, like, instead of, the way we deal with a receptionist. Okay, we have 2 levels of reception, actually. We have the interactive voice deal. I think IVM, which is really close to IVF, is kind of weird, but it's IVM. So I think so we have that. This is what gets me, and I think part of it is for us, our growth. Have you noticed that there's pretty much no company you call that someone picks up the phone? Like, no one picks up the phone again. So what have they taken out? That's them automated. You've taken out someone that sits there and picks up the phone. Certain industries, they got to have somebody there to pick up the phone. But almost anywhere you call, including, I'll go through, because, my current situation, been making multiple calls to healthcare facilities. And they don't pick up the phone. They are taking you through a phone tree to weed you out to try to answer your question. The bank, no, they don't pick up the phone. No one picks up the phone. But, all right, I'm going to be a little petty right now, but 2 years ago, everybody was complaining that we don't pick up the phone. And we're not dealing in any blood or guts, but everybody, you don't pick up the phone. Well, they call the hospital, see if they pick up the phone. They ain't picking up the phone either. So what is they taking away? Somebody that specifically is hired to sit there and pick up the phone. That's gone. They don't have none of that.
But you know what that is, though, right? A lot of that is the fusion of innovation, right?
Yeah.
So you have the early adopters that came up with those ideas of putting automation to take somebody out of physically answering the phone to align with the growth of the technology phase that we're in, right? So then you have the followers from the early adopters. They go, oh, you doing that? I'm gonna follow you. Now the rest, they're like, we got to catch up because this is what they're doing. And there's no real, and while diffusion of innovation is a real thing, data-wise, it's a real thing. The laggards, the ones that go, oh, let me get on board, because that's where, like you said, is making the conscious decision to go, okay, how do I improve my business so it can take care of me and everybody else that I employ, as well as my clients?
Yeah. But it takes, you can't be a lazy thinker. You have to be, you have to, and I get that. I'm totally in the early adopter deal. Or, you know, something new. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm always like, yo, I don't want to be left behind. I guess that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and it does get rid of unskilled workforce. That's what happens. So you have to get skills, like the number of people. So back to the phone thing. But I was just saying that, okay, so people said we didn't answer the phone. So people wanted a human touch. So what did we do last year? I found a solution. I found another solution that there is somebody, we have somebody that the way the pricing model works is kind of based on the call. So I don't have to hire somebody just to sit around and wait for the phone to ring. It's just like that. It works. It goes like that. Now we still get some characters to say we don't pick up the phone, but now I know that's like, I just know it's not true. I'm like, yeah, right. But we found a solution that is software based. It's a software on the face of the solution to have human people do it, and they use their software. I'm sure in their business they have software to deal with the call, you know, the call routing and the way they log the calls and inform us on the back end. I mean, this is what business is now, folks. I mean, this is, and the barriers to entry and being able to do this I mean, the barriers to entry are low in having these solutions. I've been in business long enough where long distance calls with 40 cents a minute, there's all types of stuff. I mean, cell phones were off the chain. Like it done this. I was younger. I was in business. I was working with the record labels in New York, and I had to call, and I'm having these 2-hour calls with these guys. I'm having $300-400 telephone bills. And then some of the clients, I'm making $150 a month. I mean, I'm struggling. I'm trying to figure it out. Now, you don't even have to pay for you get a Google voice number, and then you can get a number in any area code. You can do it.
And
But
so
that's all technology.
And to my point, so when we bring it back down, so you look for products, you look for applications that will ease you into it, because for those that don't find technology an easy feat for them to take on, like you said, you have to be a thinker, but you got to be a learner, and you have to use the creative side of what was given to us naturally. We're creators, so we create and we form and we innovate and we implement, right? But it just no longer the days where you can not use applications to further your business.
Absolutely.
You can't. You have to use something, right? And you don't have to use everything, but there's
definitely not.
Just like there's core pieces of business. There's 7 different phases of business, stages of business. There's core departments of business, right? You have your marketing and sales and operations, productions, customer support, right? It's just like you have those core things. There's core software applications that you can implement to help reduce some of the manual labor and to push the business forward, to connect in the AI as well. And AI is data. That's a whole, we're gonna have another episode about data analytics.
Many episodes. Yeah.
Data analytics. I mean, just to have information that's collected over time. And then you can look at that information and it helps you make solid decisions. Why do you think people go to the doctor? Because the doctor has data. That said, I'm going to prescribe you this. You're going to take this dosage for this amount of time for this, and then we're going to switch you over to this, and let's see what come back in the X amount of time. We're going to draw some more blood, or we're going to do a CT scan, and and y'all leave out. Everyone leaves out trusting the doctor for the most part.
Yeah. But then you
why? Because well, I mean, again.
Well, I mean, I think everybody gets challenged now.
I'm trying to keep it on the positive. I'm using it as an
example. Yeah, you an example.
It's still data. It's still information, right? So it's the same as the same as the same. So don't be scared of figuring out There's no harm in figuring out what applications can serve your business, serve
Yeah.
you and your business, right?
And I will add, yeah, even if it's your side business,
Yeah,
especially
correct.
if it's your side business, because the more you can automate, you can keep it the side business until you decide to switch. But
Oh, let's
you can, you don't have you know what I'm saying, it has less weight on you. You know what I'm saying?
use that word.
What's that?
What's the
Bifurcate?
word? No.
Bifurcate is the word of the day.
The word is passive.
Oh yeah. It could be somewhat, yeah, exactly.
People want passive income, right? So
Yeah, oh, see, you don't say you don't touch something, man. You don't touch something. See, you always setting me
right,
up, man.
I'm just saying passive income,
Well,
right?
yes, exactly. But I'm saying the reason I say it is, I mean, you brought the word up, and I think people use this on these same mediums, and they don't even talk about what it is. They say you want passive income. What does that mean? You
So
know what I mean?
software will help you get to
Exactly.
that level.
Yeah. Without and we're doing that without charging you whatever $3.99 to tell you how passive income could change your life. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
well,
was
no,
working a 9 to 5 job, and I bought this ratty, beat down rental property, and now I'm making $2 million a month, and I can tell you how to do it for one easy payment of $5.99. We didn't even do that. What are we? We in the wrong business. We giving people information for free,
yeah, we
presumably.
probably are in the wrong. We're in the caring business. We shouldn't really care like that,
I guess not.
because
We should
it's
tell everybody what they want to hear.
yeah.
That it's easy. Anybody can make passive income. Anyone can start a business. You know, especially if you're like 24 and you're gonna be a millionaire by the time you're 26.
Yo,
Which means,
you got $7. If you have
yeah, that's all you.
$7, I have an offer for you today.
That's right.
Turn that 7 into 3 zeros,
Yep.
into 6 zeros, into 7 zeros.
6-figure salary, $3.
You want to
Just click
grow
on the
your
link
revenue?
below.
You want to grow your revenue, or you want to go buy a cup of Starbucks for $7?
That's right. Send it to me, and I'll tell you.
It's all good. It's all
Not
good.
but yeah, but I mean, passive income. I think being passive. I mean, it really links into what we're talking about because the software and a lot of places, software like Zapier and Make, which is formerly Integromat, but it's Make. There are things that a lot of it is moving information because once you get into various software, you know, one of the things that takes time is moving information from one system to another.
Correct.
And so, and historically, we think about like paperwork, file cabinets and stuff. You know, we had a lot of clerks. There was a lot of clerk work mid after the Industrial Revolution. You know, through now, a lot of people made livings. I mean, they were this type of clerk, they were that type of clerk. You know, they were moving paper, and so the digital aspect took that away. But we still had to move the data. So we had to move the data from the CRM to the proposal software, from the proposal software to the onboarding to the workflow management, stuff like that. And a lot of that is manual. You know, as you might imagine, we're working to get it automated, and there's tools out here like Zapier has been out for years. Make is one like that too, to move data. So what that does is especially if you're one person, you know, if you take notes in a CRM and you need some of that information to go to another program, and yeah, of course you could copy and paste it and move it. But what if the minute that you save it in one program, it populates in the next program? Like that. Look at the time you saved on that. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes of your life you got back. And that's where a lot of things. So what happens is passive stuff. If you're doing e-commerce, people put in you know, they're ordering stuff. You know, it goes from the order's done, then it goes to the software. You just have to print out the labels to ship it. These are all efficiencies. make you better, makes it easier for you. And then and especially if you have a day job, you like this, you may come home, you getting offers. Oh, your social media, you schedule your social media. Some of it's going to be you have AI solutions there. It's scheduled. You're doing 3 posts a day. Is doing it. You set it up on Sunday. It runs for the week. You're doing it. That generates people going to your blog and subscribing. It makes it manageable. So software does all that for you, but you have to be organized in order for the software to work for you. And those are the things but you have to step back from your deal, from the doing, to start saying, wow, let me paint a picture. And what you spoke about earlier, the functions of a business, I don't think that's taught. Lay people don't learn that. I guess I've never been in an MBA program, but I guess you teach it there. I guess a business class somewhere we teach it. But functions of a business, I get the sense that when people think they're small business and they lock into the term small. So they think they're small. So I don't need to do any of that. Sometimes that's accounting. Like, I don't need to do that. Like, okay, word. All right. So, if you want a small hobby, then no, you don't need to do any accounting, but business, learn about business. It's enough free, we joking and stuff, but there's enough like solid information. Everybody that's in business does all those functions you mentioned, whether you realize it or not. Marketing, sales, customer fulfillment, accounting. At least those 4 you do.
Management and being a leader as well, because people go, I'm not a leader, but you are a leader, especially if you have people working for you.
But even if you're by yourself,
well, you're selling a product or service, you're still leading.
Yeah, but you have to lead because it's still. I was about to say you don't have HR, but you do. Yeah. And the hardest employee, first of all, the hardest person to work for, the worst boss you will ever have is yourself.
Word. Yo, I think we hold on, pause. I think we born them, bro.
We born them.
I think we born them. We going too deep.
Nah, I could make it spicy.
Yeah, we got to ramp this up a little bit, right? I think because that information that you're giving is solid. I think we may be boring some folks.
Well, hey, guess what? Business is actually boring. It's the success is actually the doing the repetitive steps of doing good things consistent is what makes you great. And actually anything that's highly achievable is boring. It's boring. It's not, but we'll throw something in. But if you want to go from nowhere to 6 figures in 30 days,
$7.
Put your info down in the comment section. We'll get at you. I'm saying Cash App us $7. And I will promise to teach you how to go from no revenue to 6 figures in 35 hours. That's it. That's exciting.
Stop it.
I'm just saying that's what people want.
Yeah, it's true.
That's it. But I've learned to accept that. That's why our channel, we're gonna grow, and we are growing. But we're saying something that well, I don't need no bunch of people to listen to this and play. I want to see people succeed because we hear about people growing and actually growing their business, their interests, growing their personal pockets. Some of the stuff we say applies to your personal life too. I mean, if you picked up what we're putting down, you'll figure out that, like, yo, you know what? There's an entrepreneurial aspect of working a job as well. I've said that all the time, like, especially in a knowledge-based era.
Taking ownership of your skill set.
Yeah, because if you so just to stick with this with the software, you'll become proficient in AI, Chat GPT, but not just proficient in using the software, also taking what ChatGPT does and working with it. ChatGPT and all these AI deals, what they do is, how did this guy say it? I told you, I mentioned it before. Harvard.
Oh, it allows us to think faster.
Yep, that's exactly right. So it allows you to think faster, but it doesn't mean you just take it and put it here.
Correct.
Because what's going to happen if that happens? This is really where the whole matrix things happens, because soon the machines are going to be writing for the machines, and that's what's happening on the internet. Because you SEO optimize something for the machine to pick up what you're saying, so that's a plus. But at the end, we all still have a personal. I mean, you have to put a little personal style in it. Otherwise, what's your point? And that's what people are afraid of. The machines taking over. You know what I'm saying? As the message we got earlier, gets rid of unskilled workforce. Well, guess what? We're on the precipice. I mean, I'm on fire today. Precipice of what's the what's the class? Useless class. The useless class. We're talking about we were talking about the shrinking of the middle class, but it's the rise of the useless class. Some people are gonna be unemployable. Like this is, I know we on something else now, but it's about software. You can't work as a car mechanic without knowing how to use a computer.
Word up.
You just can't. You can't
unless you're working on like the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
Yeah, well, yeah, joints like that, or you the cat, or you the mechanic with the cigarette hanging out your mouth. You know, you like yeah, and talk about you need to change the carburetor. Then I know how long you've been working on cars. I take that, but no, there's so many jobs, everything that the people that don't adopt or keep going up the technology ring are the ones that are in danger, because the robots are coming. I know it might be far-fetched. They're here. But I mean, coming in that, just like, it's like color TV was out 15 years before, all these things were out. So the robots exist, but now how to get it into mass, into mass production, they're coming. So there's a lot of jobs that, that doing, so basically the doing is becoming easier. I mean, we could go back on the healthcare thing. Like, they're going to have the robot, or it'll be an automated thing for when you go to the doctor and they take your height, your vitals. No, that totally could be automated. It could be a little stand. You put your arm in the cuff, you lean forward, put the thing, to put your mouth for there, temperature, blood pressure, done. Stand on this platform, it does weight, does all of it, almost like a self-service kiosk.
Correct.
Jammed up, you out. I done took a job. It records it into the chart.
You probably just stated an innovative idea that's already in the works.
Most likely.
You should probably look into that. Pat,
yeah, I
idea, brother.
I'll let one of our listeners do that, because she's trying to come up with it anyway.
That's tough right there.
Yeah,
because it's like going to see like CVS or Walgreens to check your blood pressure.
Yeah,
you can actually go sit in the machine.
Yep, and they do all
check
that.
Your whole vitals and give you your annual checkup.
Yeah, and then you go in there because they ask, okay, what medicines you take. You just touch screen.
You can say, okay, I need this doctor, I need this type of doctor.
Yeah,
it'll give a recommendation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's coming. I know they working on that. It's coming.
I'm gonna have to have a drink to that.
Yeah. So take the drink for that. So guess what? So what's the new job? So the job that comes out of that is someone to maintain the machine, or to keep dealing with the programming of the machine. That's it. That's not going to be an unskilled job. So eventually all that, that's what I'm just saying. So technology, don't be afraid of it. Be happy, be excited. But in the same time, that's why I think it's by design. That's why the growth in your TikToks and all of that is to lull people to sleep. Lull them to sleep.
Level up your business, folks. Discover the solutions that can be implemented into your business to help you grow. Not only that, we align with planning and forecasting all the way live.
Oh yeah, we'll do your commercial.
biztherapy.info.
There you go.
biztherapy.info.
That's right. If you want to find a real solution to go from zero to your goals, you need Biz Therapy. Biz Therapy is a comprehensive business coaching and information source for people from pre-revenue beyond to the top of the line. If you need more information, contact Kory at biztherapy.info. That's biztherapy.info.
That's it. That's it.
Man. Y'all ain't know. I for real. I'm a radio dude. Like I was supposed to be on the radio. That's one of my things. Like I know. But we really need to record those for real. We start playing in between the show.
Well, we talked about that, right?
Yeah, so, we got for real put it out there. It's a full press. So we now that we bored you,
sponsored.
Yeah.
By, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just put it in the middle. We played in the middle. Like, yeah, check this out. Here's a message. It's coming.
Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
We're gonna do all that. That's it. So because we have to blend, our stuff with the entertainment aspect, which people are so it's taking us a little while to get to that. But that's evolution. That's the same thing. That is the exact same thing we're talking about. It's saying that our stuff is fact based. It's
we're using data to refine and to improve and to it's all it's just the process, man. We trying to just bridge the gaps.
Bridge the gap.
Reduce bottlenecks and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's so many
processes. That's all.
Yeah, we're trying to get people to do their thing.
Recipe.
Because and it's different. We just different. We try to be. We don't have to try to be different because clearly we're different. But it's a lot of information out here that's made to. It's feeding the dopamine, and it's stuff there's a lot of information in places that require more depth, and people are summarizing it to, it's so easy. Oh, it's so easy because media.
You really on your PhD today, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going. It's probably from that spending 6 hours in the sauna. And I ain't go cold. I took a cool shower.
Now you gotta run that dome over the cold water.
Nah, it was cool enough. Trust me. The water hit. It was cool. So. So that's why I think that's all the synapses are popping and all that. So I don't know, but I mean, no, you said
there you go. Synapse. What you just say?
I don't know, man. Listen, hey, I'm and I haven't even been doing the New York Times crossword. I didn't renew my subscription. I'm still up here with all these words, like. So of course people are bored by now. They're like, who is this guy? What is he talking about? What does he know? He's wearing his shirt. What a year this week has been on the beach somewhere. Who is this guy? Hey, get out of here, buddy.
In a sauna for 6 hours. What is it?
Yeah, I'm in a sauna. I don't understand this guy. He's supposed to be in the couch.
Bicarbonate.
Hey, I am what I am, like Popeye.
Enthusiasm and
yeah. I know, man. But look. If you're gonna level up, you gotta level everybody up, man. And you got Google. Go look it up. You don't even have to type it. You can just speak it in. What is bifurcating? And it'll get you close.
Bifurcate.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just
coalesce.
Yeah, coalesce. I'm doing a lot. I'm doing too much, but. No, I'm the only person in the.
I'm gonna tell you something. There's a word that got me. When I say years and years ago, that got me, and I kept hearing this word being used in management meetings. This is when I got into the management phase. Like, this is a long time ago, right? When I got in the room with management, I started to really see how management thinks and make decisions and things like that, right? And they hit me with this word multiple times in multiple meetings. What is it? It's the word is I just went blank. Cauterize.
What was it?
Is not cauterize. It's bringing systems together, making sure everything works simultaneously, right?
Oh,
it's you know the word, man. We've used.
I'm sure I know it, but I'm leaving it to you.
Cauterize.
Yeah.
Cauterize. That word right there.
And they were just blowing it up on it. And you said the first time, you like, what in the world are you talking about?
Blowing me to pieces, bro. And then I had to understand what that meant, right?
Yeah.
And how it was applied. And you know, it's all right, I'm off of my story, but that's
yeah. So you hit him with the last word. Say that's the last word because we get ready to be out. So you hit him, and now they sitting there like, yo, what is he talking about? So I've just gone through some whole other stuff. But look, we talk about leveling up. I've leveled up my vocabulary. Don't blame me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time saying, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I go from synapse to bifurcate to all in the same show. I make no sense. But that's what's so fun about this, because I think it's another brand of you can show higher level thinking without it getting so far in the clouds.
Correct.
Like it's just like, but and then go back and be self-deprecating. Oh my gosh. All right, that's it, man. I'm done. All right, well look, it's been real, people. Heyward CPA Live, the podcast for you and yours. If you want to grow your business, grow your life, join us. Join the movement. Subscribe. Check us on the podcast available in audio format too, wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. We all over the place. YouTube Music. Google is moving the podcast to YouTube Music now. So that's where the podcasts are. Check out our shorts. Check everything out, man. Check out Biz Therapy. Check out Consulting. Check out everything. You want to be part of this movement. It's a fun movement, but you gotta put your thinking cap to be dealing with us, and you gotta put the thinking cap on, because you never know what might come out of our mouth. So that being said, it's been real. We'll chuck up the deuces from our tropics, and then we're going to go. We got some fish. We should have some fish on the line.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah, so we got some fish on the line. The grill is ready.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The peas and rice are done.
Yeah.
We cooked early.
Man.
Yeah. So now we gonna take care of that and everything. But y'all enjoy your Saturday, and we see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.